And then we get Whoopi Goldberg, the specter of Whoopi Goldberg, saying that we have to suck it up. You know, we sucked it up when Trump won. In what way did Democrats suck it up when Trump won? We got 4 long years of you whining that Trump wasn't the actual president of the United States, not #NotMyPresident. The Women's March.
Hey! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey!
We got huge Black Lives Matter protests throughout the summer. The idea being that Trump was the font head of systemic American racism. We got the media and their collusion narrative.
Bombshell.
The biggest bombshell.
BuzzFeed's latest bombshell.
That went on for years on end despite lack of evidence.
Back to Russia and Russia.
We got an impeachment. At what point did Democrats actually come to terms with the fact that Trump had won? They never came to terms.
I mean, obviously, I can beat him again, but, just...
But spare me, really, all of this stuff is just... Ugh. All these people who are unwilling to accept the results of election now going, you guys, you got to grow up. I'm not willing to hear that from you. I'm sorry, Whoopi Goldberg. I think you have no leg to stand on here. Here's Whoopi Goldberg.
When you know who was elected 4 years ago, Hillary Clinton didn't say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right, stop the count.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president who got illegitimate foreign help.
She didn't say, this isn't right, I'm not going for it. She didn't say any of that. So all of you, suck it up. Suck it up like we sucked it up. And if you are not sure that you're comfortable with Joe Biden, do what we did. Find things and then take it to the law. And if the law says it's something to look at it. But from now on, suck it up.
Okay, that is literally what is happening right now. People are literally going to the courts. They're literally filing affidavits. Okay, so in the meantime, Attorney General William Barr, he has put out a memo to assistant U.S. attorneys all over the United States, telling them that if they see credible evidence of election fraud, then they should investigate it. This is being taken by the media as a sign that William Barr has militarized on behalf of the Trump campaign. Literally, he changed no legal standard. Okay, so the headlines are, William Barr initiates investigations, and the media are like, yeah, but we don't see any evidence of serious widespread voter fraud. That's not what the letter says. So here's what William Barr's letter actually says. He's the Attorney General. Here's what he actually says. And by the way, people are saying that this is him, basically trying to please Donald Trump, that this whole thing is about him trying to appease Donald Trump because Donald Trump doesn't want to accept that he lost the election or something. What if the reason that William Barr is doing this, here's a possible take. What if the reason William Barr is doing this is because, number one, there may actually be credible allegations of voter fraud out there that are worth investigating, and two, if there are not, it is good for the DOJ to be on record saying that they were investigating those things so people feel more safe and secure after the election is over. Did it ever occur to anybody that the reason this process exists is so that when the election is over, people at least are able to point to the court cases and to the investigations and say they came up empty? Right? It turns out that the Mueller investigation, it was bad and it was badly predicated, but the Mueller investigation did justify Trump's claims that there was no collusion. Made it very difficult for Democrats to claim there was collusion. Well, after this election, let's say that the DOJ comes up with no serious allegations of widespread voter fraud. It's going to be a lot easier for people to point to that and say, okay, there was no widespread voter fraud that decided the election. The purpose of the process is not to come to a preset end. The purpose of the process is to ensure the integrity of the elections.